Coming up on this special edition of Reel to Reel, a long-awaited announcement of the site for the new Catholic high school.
I'm Peggy Weber, and I'll be bringing you local reaction to the Pope's encyclical on ecology.
My little town blues are melting away.
And the singing priests take to the stage again.
And the start of it in old New York.
Hello, and welcome to Reel to Reel. My name is ELLE, and I'm a 5th grade at Mater Dei Rosa School in Holyoke. I am your guest host today as we come to you from my hometown, Holyoke, Massachusetts. Coming up in a little bit, I will give you a tour of some of my favorite places in Holyoke. But first, after months of discussions and careful consideration, Bishop Mitchell Rosowski has announced the location for the new Catholic high school for the Diocese of Springfield. The new school, named Pope Francis High School, will merge Holyoke Catholic, located in Chicopee, and Cathedral High School, currently located temporarily in Wilbraham. Reel to Reel's Carolee McGrath has the latest on this highly anticipated announcement.
After months of anticipation, Springfield's Bishop Mitchell Rosowski made a decision on the placement of the diocese's new Pope Francis Catholic High School.
After much thought, prayer, and consideration, I have decided to pursue construction of the new Pope Francis High School on Surrey Road in Springfield.
A press conference was held at the Bishop Marshall Center at St. Michael's Cathedral in Springfield. The new high school, named after the Holy Father, will merge Cathedral High School, currently located in Wilbraham, and Holyoke Catholic, located on Springfield Street in Chicopee. The name was among a list submitted to Bishop Rosowski by a joint committee comprised of Cathedral and Holyoke Catholic students. The students also selected the mascot, which is the cardinal, with red and gold as school colors. The final two sites under consideration were Surrey Road and Memorial Drive in Chicopee, land owned by St. Stanislaus Parish. But Bishop Rosowski said that the diocese would have had to purchase the land in Chicopee and already owns the land at Surrey Road.
The factor tipping the scales was that the Surrey Road site came to us as owned by the diocese. So with a limited budget and a strong desire to establish an endowment fund to offer tuition relief, and again, given how equally matched these sites were, the Surrey Road parcel had a slight but important advantage.
Paul Gagliarducci, the consultant for the new project, says there weren't any other sites suitable for the new school, which will serve up to 500 students. He says the Brush Hill location in West Springfield, located behind the Dominican Nuns Monastery, had environmental challenges.
We have great hopes for this new school, and I thank the people who I have worked with so far, and I really look forward to the months ahead. It's going to be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to build a school from the ground up.
Cathedral High School, which had been located on Surrey Road in Springfield since 1959, was destroyed by the tornado that ripped through the area in June of 2011. Holyoke Catholic was moved out of the Paper City in 2002 when its building was deemed unsafe. The high school was moved to Granby, and then in 2008, a new location was constructed in Chicopee at the former Assumption School. Bishop Rosowski says he knows some people will be disappointed that the site is not more centrally located, but he added that they're working on a bus transportation system to accommodate more students. Mike Malika will be a senior in the fall at Holyoke Catholic.
It's going to be a really, really good opportunity to have really participated in.
Juliana Campbell, representing Cathedral, will also be a senior in the fall. She says the new Catholic high school will give future students the same opportunity she's had to grow in her faith.
Having the opportunity to have God be at the center of everything. At Cathedral, we start every single class with prayer, every day with prayer, and everything is interwoven within God, and we learn about all those things, and I think it just adds tremendously to the value of the education that we receive.
The bishop says he's highly aware that the decision will both delight and disappoint, but he's hoping people will come together to support Catholic education.
To alumni from both schools, I urge you to resist that natural tendency of thinking that your school has died. No, in fact, these two great traditions are giving birth to something new and exciting.
CBT Architects, a Boston firm, will design the new facility slated to open in the fall of 2018. Reporting for Reel to Reel, I'm Carolee McGrath.
Thank you, Carolee, for that report. And we will all look forward to seeing the new high school being built. And we have a link to the Pope Francis High School website at our website, iobserve.org. And still to come on Reel to Reel, we will have reaction to the Pope's new encyclical on ecology. And the singing priests take to the stage again. These stories and more are still to come on this edition of Reel to Reel from Holyoke's Heritage State Park.
The Chalice of Salvation in celebration of Father's Day. I'm Passionate Brother Terrence Scanlon, your Chalice host, inviting you to take time out of your busy days and join us Sunday morning at 10 for a very special Father's Day Mass. This week we welcome Father William Wallace from St. Peter's St. Casimir's Parish Community. Westfield will be our Mass presider. The Chalice of Salvation, your spiritual connection, Sunday morning at 10, right here on 22 News.
My name is Sonia DeSanti, and I'm the director of the Youth Center in Adams. Each year, the Youth Center assists over 1,300 young people in the Berkshires. Your donation to the annual Catholic Appeal allows us to help those in the greatest need in our community. Every dollar stays here in Western Massachusetts. Please consider donating to the annual Catholic Appeal, and together we can serve with love. To donate, log on to diospringfield.org.
I love coming to the Holyoke merry-go-round here. I love all of my friends and I like to go on the rides. It's been a merry-go-round for 88 years. We're gonna go take a ride right now.
Thank you.
The children's museum, there's many things little kids can do. They can play at the water table, the restaurant, the food stores, the theater. But for the bigger kids, we like to go in the Kirby Club, what we're doing right now. At the Volleyball Hall of Fame in Holyoke, there's a real Olympic medal from Louisiana. He's on the Brazil team, and he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2012. Holyoke has 4.5 miles of canal. They also, in the 1800s, had cotton mills and silk and paper. And that's why Holyoke is called the Paper City. No, you were eating on nuts. We were way ahead. The other big news of the week came in on Thursday when the Vatican released the long-awaited papal encyclical on human ecology and the environment. Reel to Reel's Peggy Weber met with some local Catholic leaders and tells us their thoughts on the new document.
Pope Francis's new encyclical was made public this past week with much interest and praise from many. It is entitled Laudato Si, on the care of our common home. The Pope took the title from the first words of St. Francis's Canticle of the Creatures, which begins Laudato Si, praised be. The 192-page document highlights climate change as a moral issue and points out that the poor suffer the most consequences of improper care of the environment. This message is welcomed by area Catholic leaders who have been committed to the environment for years. Sister of Providence Elizabeth Alexak and Sisters of St. Joseph Roberta Mulcahy and Ann Lynch have been collaborating for years in ecological efforts.
People have become disconnected from the source. They become disconnected from Earth. If you invite someone to go back to their earliest memory of God, very often it's associated with some experience in creation. That didn't get nurtured, it didn't get supported, and so it's gotten lost in this world of technology.
She said the Pope is inviting people to reach out and make the connection between Earth and the sacred. Sister Roberta was glad that the Pope's encyclical was getting so much attention, but noted that he is continuing the work of St. John Paul II and Pope Benedict, whom many called the Green Pope. She said the encyclical is calling for a true change in the world.
It's more than not wasting water. It's more than recycling. It's opening our hearts and really knowing that the God we say we believe in is the love of God that we say we believe in is part of the whole creation. That if our hearts are open to love, we'll be in right relationship with one another, with ourselves, and with Earth and the whole universe.
The Pope's new encyclical is not something just to be talked about this weekend. It is for reflection and discussion. And here on the grounds of Genesis Spiritual Life Center in Westfield, they will hold a special panel discussion and an opportunity for reflection in October. And it was at Genesis that Sister Anne became more committed to the environment. She concurs with Pope Francis's assessment that care for creation is not just a scientific topic.
It is a moral issue. It's not just something we need to do, have to do because it's the thing to do for the earth or whatever, but it's a deeply moral issue. When we look at social justice, we look at it as maybe what we can do for others and but I think what we need to look at it more as a relationship. We need to realize that we are related to all creatures, to all people of the earth, and what we do affects them. And if we don't harm what we love, and if we really realize the beauty of everything around us, we won't be harming it.
Bishop Mitchell T. Rosansky spoke about the importance of the papal document and its importance to the diocesan community and beyond.
The Holy Father is helping us to understand that really we all share this world. No matter what philosophy, what faith, even of no faith, we all do share this world. And unless we take responsibility for it, if we destroy our home, we will have no place to live. So he's really speaking to a very crucial matter for us as human beings.
Father Warren Savage, the Catholic chaplain at Westfield State University, said it is significant that the Pope chose to write an encyclical about the environment, noting an encyclical is one of the highest forms of teaching.
It's going to connect the Pope's overarching themes. He's really speaking about a culture of solidarity, a culture of encounter, and a culture of dialogue. So he's lifting these three beautiful themes up around a very important crisis or important issue, but he wants to bring a theological reflection. He's not making a policy statement. He's bringing a theological reflection around the importance of human solidarity, the importance of encountering each other, and the importance of dialoguing so that we can come to a common good, a common understanding that all that God has made is good, and we need to emphasize this and raise up the good. It's a very, very beautiful Pope who's reflecting on some very important themes.
The encyclical is expected to have a great impact and bring home the importance of care for creation and each person's responsibility toward the earth. For Real to Real, I'm Peggy Weber.
Thanks, Peggy. The United States Conference of Catholic Bishops had prepared homily hints, bulletin inserts, and other materials for Catholic schools and parishes. Go to iobserve.org for more information. Well, it was a time to celebrate, reflect, and give thanks as the class graduations of 4 high schools in the diocese took place this month. Sharon Roulier has our story.
Springfield Bishop Mitchell Rosansky conferred 76 diplomas to the 53rd graduating class of Holyoke Catholic High School Thursday evening, June 4th. All of the graduates will be furthering their educations, according to Principal Mary Ann Linehan, who announced that the class of 2015 received a record amount of some $2 million in combined scholarship awards this year.
This is a very special class. They're all friends, and I always notice how kind and generous they are to each other.
Valedictorian Thomas Heverin of Holyoke will be attending Providence College in Rhode Island this fall.
It's always been the same family feeling, the same sense of community and friendship, and grades 9 through 12, we're all friends, we're all close.
The salutatorian is Alexis Carrington of Ludlow. She will be attending Bentley University in Waltham.
I think it was pretty great. The teachers were great. They were very easy to talk to, and if I ever had trouble with anything, it was just easy to go to them and figure out what was wrong and get help.
The class of 2015 listened to words of inspiration and advice from the bishop in his first official conferring of diplomas. In his address to the graduates, the bishop recalled that when he arrived in the Diocese of Springfield last August, he was impressed by the abundance of water and bridges in western Massachusetts. Using this symbolism, he told the students that the bridges were a reminder that as they go out into the world, each one was called to be a bridge builder. On June 5th, Cathedral High School held the school's 131st commencement exercises at St. Michael's Cathedral in Springfield.
Every class is special at this time when they're graduating, but we feel very close to this class.
Cathedral High School Principal John Miller said the faculty and administration were very proud of the class of 2015, as all 48 graduates plan to further their education. This was the first class that spent its entire 4 years at the Wilbraham campus, following the June 1st, 2011 tornado that destroyed the previous Cathedral High School campus on Surrey Road in Springfield. Class valedictorian Mary Rose O'Grady is the youngest of her 7 siblings, who, along with their parents, have all graduated from Cathedral. She will attend Westfield State University and participate in the honors program this fall. She plans to major in graphic design with a minor in business. O'Grady said she enjoyed her years at Cathedral and actually appreciated the Wilbraham location for its size.
And I think being in a smaller school helped us grow closer knit as kind of a little family. And even though we had less students, it was kind of nicer because we got to know each other better. And, even though we didn't have, the best technology and everything, we had really great teachers. I know that if I were to go somewhere else, I wouldn't get as good of an education just because the teachers were just amazing.
Hannah Nguyen of Springfield is the class salutatorian. She will attend the College of the Holy Cross in Worcester this fall, and she says she is excited to see what the future will bring as she praised her 4 years at Cathedral.
My experience at Cathedral was more than just school. It was a lot more than just education. It really was family, and it really instilled a sense of community. I will always remember the people I meet here. I will always remember the teachers that I had. And today, graduation day, I feel proud. I feel wearing this gown, I really feel like I'm part of the Cathedral family.
Gianni Kirkla, class president, gave the reflection, during which he called the class of 2015 a trailblazing class in many areas, from sports to the arts to academics to service. And even with the impending merger of Cathedral and Holyoke Catholic High Schools, Kirkla told those in attendance that Cathedral will always have a home for us in our hearts. 38 candidates for high school diplomas processed from St. Mary High School in Westfield across Bartlett Street and into St. Mary's Church on June 5th for commencement exercises celebrated by Bishop Rosansky. Nicole Nietzsche, head of schools, says she's very proud of the 112th graduating class.
The one thing that makes this class so special is their dedication to each other as a family. Our valedictorian, Sam Jacobs, actually just gave his valedictory speech saying that every student here at St. Mary's in his graduating class is a piece of him and a piece of his heart, and that together as a group they graduate as one. And it was probably one of the most heartfelt speeches I've heard at one of these events, because he's right, this group truly is a family.
Sam Jacobs, who traveled from East Windsor, Connecticut to Westfield, Massachusetts each day, says he is glad that he chose St. Mary's for his education.
It's mostly the close personal connection you get with teachers, the relationship with the students, and the opportunity to really explore extracurriculars and academics.
Sam plans to attend the South Dakota School of Mines and Technology in the fall. Harry Reed of Southwick is the salutatorian.
I'm very excited to be done, and I'd like to extend a congrats to my classmates. And we all came a long way from freshman year, and I'm really happy of the steps we've come and how we've all matured.
Harry will have a shortened summer break as he will enter the United States Military Academy at West Point next month. Donning their school colors, the St. Joseph Central High School class of 2015 proudly processed into St. Joseph's Church on North Street in Pittsfield for the 113th annual commencement exercises June 7th. The Crusaders have a proud Catholic tradition with their mission of knowing God, pursuing excellence, and serving others.
I traveled to Ecuador in March to help some people in need there, and it was just a great experience, and you got to see what the results of all the surgeries down there that we did, and it was awesome.
The class salutatorian is heading to the Elms College in Chicopee this fall to pursue nursing. She says her Catholic faith has inspired her to continue to reach out to help others.
Once a month we would go here to the church and have Mass, so that was a big part of being here at St. Joe's, and also having that to know God, pursue excellence, and serve others. It's all kind of connected with our beliefs here.
We can do great things in life and achieve our dreams.
Paul Bullock is the class valedictorian. In his speech, he compared life to a pogo stick, referring to the words of Ian Britt, founder of Vertigo, which makes extreme pogo sticks.
I see life as a pogo stick because, like Ian Britt said, the world's going to knock you down when you're trying to achieve something you want. But you have to bounce back, and just like a pogo stick, with gravity pulling it down, it just fights that force and bounces back.
The students here say being able to pray in school and receive Christ in the Eucharist helped anchor them during their 4 years.
And we have that constant that we all share, which brings us closer together as a class.
Amy Jelinas, the principal at St. Joseph's High School, said the values taught in the Catholic school help guide students as they move on.
I think one thing that we have that other schools don't have, and it was obvious in the speeches too, is our mission, which is to serve others as well as strive for excellence and to know God.
Bishop Brzezinski, who handed out the diplomas and spoke during the ceremony, encouraged students to continue to be witnesses for Christ in their next phase of life.
What I'd ask them to do is to really reflect on where they have been in those 4 years of high school and the values that their families have shared with them, the faith that really roots them and brings them close to Jesus Christ, and to take that into a world that sometimes is very hostile to that faith. But people admire the witness of faith. We look at how people admire Pope Francis for living his faith, how people admire St. Teresa of Calcutta for what she has done, Blessed Teresa of Calcutta, and what she has done in living her faith. So the world really admires people who live their faith, and the world really needs people who live their faith.
And Bishop Brzezinski says these kids live their faith with great joy. For Reel to Reel, I'm Sharon Roulier.
Congratulations to all of the graduates. When the financial plight of the Sisters of St. Joseph became known several years ago, the singing priests immediately came to their aid. In May, this harmonizing group took to the stage again. Steve Kiltonic has our story.
My little town blues are melting away.
On May 15th, the singing priests took their roadshow to the Barrington stage in Pittsfield for a 2-hour sold-out performance. Held as a fundraiser for the Sisters of St. Joseph, this was the second time the group gathered on behalf of the SSJs. The first concert was held at the Bellamy Middle School in Chicopee. 14 priests graced the stage, which was the largest contingent to sing at any of their previous 4 concerts.
We had a singing concert for the Sisters of St. Joseph in the Valley, but we didn't do anything for them up in the Berkshires, where they taught and they have ministered and they continue to minister. Guys, could you come up to the Berkshires?
Part 1 featured songs of peace like Ave Maria, with Father Ryan Rooney performing a solo. The priests also sang Gentle St. Joseph, an original piece written by Sister of St. Joseph, Sally Marsh.
Gentle St. Joseph, friend of my soul, I am but part of the whole. Take me a just one, humble and true.
The priests kept the crowd entertained not only with their song, but with their jokes. Part 2 featured songs of the road and state classics.
Yellow rose of Texas that I am going to see. Nobody got to know her, nobody only me.
The nostalgic Old Cape Cod by Father Matt Alcombright was dedicated to the diocese's beloved Bishop Joseph McGuire, who passed away last year.
Winding roads that seem to beckon you, miles of green beneath a sky of blue, church bells chiming on a Sunday morn, remind you of the town where you were born.
It's amazing. We get together, we try our best, and it's amazing to see the people come out, you know, and that's what I think astounds us and keeps us going for the next concert. If nobody was here, well, we're not going to do it, but the people come not only to see us perform, but I think, again, to celebrate and appreciate the sisters.
Sister of St. Joseph President Sister Maxine Schneider thanked the audience.
Even though we encountered challenging times, we have been met with such extraordinary generosity. It's almost as if before I could ask the question on behalf of our sisters, could you help in this or that way? The answer was already yes.
She announced the kickoff of a $5 million campaign to close the gap on the expenses needed for the care of the sisters who are in their retirement.
Thanks, Steve. And because of the great turnout and crowd reaction, we are sure that the singing priests will be coming back to the stage soon again. We will keep you posted. And for this week, that's Reel to Reel. I've enjoyed hosting the show today and telling you about my hometown. Remember, for all the latest news on the Diocese of Springfield, you can always turn to iobserve.org and follow us on our Facebook at Catholic Communications. Sharon Roulier will be back again next week with another edition of Reel to Reel, your window on the world around you. Enjoy your week.
Reel to Reel is a production of the Catholic Communications Corporation, funded in part by the annual Catholic Appeal, and the support of you, our faithful viewers.